Compositing is one of my favorite topics, and before version CS4 of Premiere, there wasn't really too much you could do in Premiere in the way of compositing, but CS4 adds the ability to composite using blend modes, a very quick, easy way to composite. Totally love it. So let's check this out. I have here a photo of a house in my neighborhood, very simple photo, and then also some footage from detonationfilms.com. If you're looking for stock explosions, sparks, that type of thing, even like blood splatter and dirt that you want to composite, check out detonationfilms.com. It's a great resource. A lot of the video that they have like this, free, given away totally for free. And the clips they do sell, it's just a few dollars for those clips. It's a very cool site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this clip, click it here in the program monitor, and I'm going to move it into place on top of this house here. Now, as you can see, there's this white background that makes it kind of difficult to composite. In days past, what we would do is we'd go to the keying area and we'd apply like the Luma key effect. And the Luma key is good for getting rid of dark tones or light tones. So we could adjust the threshold and the cutoff until we could completely remove the black or white of this. So taking the threshold to 0 can reduce that. And then cutoff can allow us to tweak it. But that's time consuming and the results aren't all that great. So I'm going to delete that. Here's what we can do now. Open up opacity. And in opacity, you will see a drop down that says blend mode. Notice that my tracks are stacked on top of each other. This works when two tracks are stacked on top of each other. So that's a necessary part. And then you go to the blend mode, and this determines how the clips will interact with each other. These are the same blend modes that you'll find in Adobe Photoshop. You'll also find these in After Effects and several other applications out there. What we want to do is instantly get rid of the white. To do that, I'm going to choose the Multiply Blend mode and watch that. Boom. Amazing. There's no edges. It looks fantastic. And as we play this back, you can see that it processes very quickly as well. And our composite looks very realistic with very minimal time. Also, in contrast to some of the keying effects like the Luma key effect, which would take a lot of tweaking and fiddling with, the blend modes are just instant. So there's nothing to adjust. You put it in the multiply blend mode and there it goes. If you wanted to get rid of the black or the dark tones, you could select something like screen. So now the hole is where the smoke is, the dark smoke, and we're still having the white here. Generally speaking, this group of blend modes will remove white, and this group of blend modes will remove black, and this group of blend modes will remove 50% gray and brighten the highlights and darken the shadows. These overlay blend modes are used often for overlaying textures onto objects or are often used in motion graphics as well. Now, feel free to experiment with these. You might want to try overlay for this project. You might want to try linear burn, or you might want to try darken. For this one, I think multiply looks best, but that's totally up to you. Feel free to experiment, explore, and play around with these blend modes because knowing them really does bring a lot of power into your video editing arsenal.